Hello everybody, it's Chris, and today I'm back with another review for another movie that I barely saw yesterday, and which I rate a 9.5 out of 10. It's a world blockbuster that many wanted to see, and when I got there were lines, people said it was a madhouse, people said they were looking for other times, going to other theaters, because they couldn't find that time or whatever. And what I'm talking about is the one and only Justice League. Now, I grew super excited, just like most people, for this movie. And there's a lot of things I want to say. And to accompany me on this is my little Robin, who I know is not in the movie, but he shall stay by my side as I critique and say things about this movie. So Justice League is basically a league. And in this first movie, we are only introduced to Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, Aquaman, Cyborg, and Flash, which is a lot in retrospect. But in the cartoon, there's a lot more, like Hawkgirl and the Green Lantern, and oh my God, what's his name? I hate myself for forgetting so many more other people, but those are just a few of them, to say the least. Sorry, bad memory. Anyways. So, as it starts off, like, whatever, everything's fine and dandy. Actually, this time it's not fine and dandy. There's a whole bunch of chaos happening, and let me just tell you right now, this does have spoilers, which you kind of should expect from my reviews. Sorry if you were expecting no spoilers. You can leave and then come back after watching it, or maybe you don't even have to come back. So, with Justice League, I don't really have much to say about it. It was much of what I expected, and of course everybody expected Superman to come out, and he did. He did come back, and it was already predicted by a poster that his figure was onto. And there's a lot of questions now that are in my mind saying, what exactly did Superman lose, and or did he lose anything at all? In the last movie of Superman vs. Batman, we see at the after credits rocks floating above his coffin, most likely indicating that he was not dead, but instead in a coma. But if that's the case, then why did nobody check his pulse or his heartbeat? My brother, who is a trivia master, informed me that in the comics he was just in a coma. He wasn't actually dead. So that would explain mostly of what happened. So would that cause a reaction that he did not lose anything when he came back to life because he was in a coma, or would it not matter whatsoever? Now, I'll go by each and every character and say what happened in the movie and what I thought of them in the movie. But here's the generalization that I gave a 9.5, and it's missing 5 points for some reasons. There's some questions that I did not know, and there's some things that I would have preferred, I suppose, to know. It's very convoluted. I was more energized to talk about it yesterday, but since I came home late, I wasn't able to say what I wanted to say. So, sorry for all the stammering, silent thinking, and stuttering that will go on in this. So, with Batman, obviously he feels guilt for Superman, and he makes this team, and everything's fine, and he's, of course, an asshole. But we see that he's growing old. And we know that he's growing old. He's injured, he doesn't have any powers like the rest of them, but still, he is growing old. So that might give an insight of what we will expect for the future of Batman. And maybe later on, Nightwing will appear and we will have more to see for him. Then we have Wonder Woman, who is finally out, we see at the end, who is finally out to work again and help people, and that's such a great relief for her, after the heartbreak that we saw she endured in her own movie, and I cannot wait for Wonder Woman 2. Aquaman, of course, is a guy who seems very carefree, but there is a lot of things in his past that was mentioned but was not deeply detailed that may suggest an Aquaman movie or a miniseries. But he was one of the guys he was just one of the guys, one of the bros in a matter speaking. Cyborg seems to be now getting help, and that's amazing. I know I'm just summarizing what the hell happened, but it's just what I'm doing. But there's still questions about him being a part of the mother that what exactly will happen, or he'll turn evil later on. And then, of course, there's people saying they want a Teen Titans movie, and there's that as well. And finally, there's Flash, who, in retrospect of everything, gave this movie all the ahs I had to say. That's basically one of the key terms I said throughout this whole movie. Because he was flat, innocent, and adorable as all hell. And Superman, of course, coming back and having to come back with his lady love is a brilliant thing as itself. I said a lot of times, I laughed a lot of times. Even though it was serious, there was some comedy aspects which were subtle, and of course there was Alfred's shade thrown at Batman, his classics that we see even in cartoons, because let's face it, you would be Alfred too if you were sick and tired of watching the same guy you've been taking care of not have a child and not have a wife to buttle down with. It would be that bad. We even know Alfred writes fan fiction about Batman in the cartoons, and well, he's pretty good. So what can you expect from this movie? You can expect that you'll laugh. There's going to be a lot of moments where you think it's funny and adorable how Barry is. Also, let me just get this out there, an honorable mention that Blackpink, K-pop Korean group, was playing in the background, and I absolutely found that awesome. Really, really awesome. There, you'll find how the lessons you learned, you found all of them to be very sexy and appealing and contribute to each other. And I would recommend you watch this just to have first a thrill, have some clarity of what's going on, and to expect what happens later on for the Justice League. And the two after credits, one which was funny, and the other one I had to leave because they turned all the lights on, and I guess they weren't expecting everybody to sit after that, which I had to leave because I thought it was gone. Bad of me to do. But we see the villains are slowly forming their league of their own, and that could give us an insight of what's going to happen in the second one. So, thank you guys so much for hearing my review. I'm sorry if I didn't give you much to make you go watch it, or maybe you just didn't like it. But I give it a 9.5 out of 10, and that's all I have to say for that. Thank you guys so much, and I'll see all you strange, beautiful people in the next video. Bye, guys.